In the narrow streets of old Karachi, where the call to prayer mixed with the honk of rickshaws and the smell of frying pakoras, lived a young man named Asif. He worked as a junior accountant in a small trading firm near Sadar. His days were predictable: early bus rides, endless spreadsheets, tea breaks with colleagues who complained about everything, and evenings helping his mother with household accounts. Asif considered himself a decent person. He prayed 5 times when he remembered, gave zakat when his salary allowed, and never raised his voice to his parents. But like everyone, he carried a quiet war inside himself, a voice that whispered what he should do, and another that suggested what was easier. One Thursday afternoon, the office buzzed with unusual tension. The boss, Mr. Rahman, a stout man with a perpetual frown, announced that the quarterly bonus would be delayed. "Cash flow issues," he said, waving a hand as if swatting a fly. "Next month, inshallah," the staff muttered. Asif felt the familiar sting. He had been counting on that money to buy new school books for his younger sister and fix the leaking roof at home. But he said nothing. Complaining wouldn't help. Later, as the office emptied, Asif stayed behind to finish a report. He noticed Mr. Rahman's computer was still on, the screen glowing with the company's bank statements. Curiosity pulled him closer. The figures were clear. The firm had received a large payment 2 days earlier, enough to cover bonuses and more. Asif's heart quickened. He could take a screenshot. Send it anonymously to the staff WhatsApp group. Expose the lie. Justice, he told himself. Fairness. But another voice spoke, quieter but insistent. That's not your money. It's theft of trust. You'd be breaking something bigger than a rule. You'd be breaking the thing that makes you human. He stared at the screen. The office was silent except for the hum of the old air conditioner. He thought of his father, who had once refused a bribe from a client even when the family was hungry. "We don't eat what isn't ours," his father had said. Asif had rolled his eyes then, but the words had stuck. He closed the laptop lid gently and left. The next day, Friday, the staff gathered in the small pantry for tea. Someone, a senior clerk named Bilal, started the conversation. "Mr. Rahman says next month, but I heard the payment came in already." Someone saw the bank alert. Eyes turned. Whispers grew. Asif felt the pressure build. He could speak up. One sentence, and the truth would spread like fire. Mr. Rahman would be forced to pay, or at least explain. The others would thank him. He might even get respect. But the voice returned. "If you do this, what are you? A whistleblower or a betrayer? You saw private information by accident. Using it now is like stealing. And why? To look good. To get even." He sipped his tea in silence. Bilal leaned in. "Asif, you stayed late yesterday. Did you see anything?" All eyes on him. Asif swallowed. "No," he said. "I was just finishing the ledger." The light tasted bitter, like oversteeped tea. But it was out. The group grumbled and dispersed. Bilal shot him a disappointed look, as if Asif had let them down. That evening, Asif walked home through the crowded bazaar. Street vendors called out prices for mangoes and bangles. Children chased each other. He felt heavy, as if carrying an extra bag. At home, his mother was cooking biryani. The smell filled the small apartment. His sister, Aisha, was doing homework at the table. "How was work?" his mother asked. "Fine," Asif muttered. She looked at him. Mothers always see more. "Something's wrong." He sat down. The words came slowly. He told her everything: the bonus delay, the bank statement, the chance to speak, the silence. His mother listened without interrupting. When he finished, she turned off the stove and sat across from him. "Do you remember when you were 10? She asked. "You found a wallet in the street with money inside. You wanted to keep it. I told you to find the owner." "I remember," Asif said. "I gave it back. The man gave me 50 rupees as thanks." "You were proud," she said. "Not because of the money. Because you did what was right, even when no one was watching." Asif looked at his hands. "But today I lied. I protected a wrong thing." His mother nodded. "We all do sometimes. That's the strange part of being human. We know what's right, we feel it in our bones, but we choose wrong anyway. It's like there's a law written inside us, not by any book or teacher, but by something bigger. And we break it, then feel guilty. Animals don't feel guilty. They just act. We do. That guilt is proof the law is real." Asif thought about that. He had felt guilty the moment the lie left his lips. Not because he feared getting caught, no one would know, but because he had gone against something true inside himself. What should I do now? He asked. His mother smiled gently. Tomorrow, go to Mr. Rahman. Tell him privately what you saw. Not to accuse, but to ask. Say you want to understand. Maybe he'll explain. Maybe he'll do the right thing. Either way, you'll have followed the law inside you. Asif hesitated. What if he gets angry? What if he fires me? Then you'll find another job, she said. But you'll keep your soul clean. That night, Asif couldn't sleep. He lay on his charpai, listening to the ceiling fan spin. He imagined the conversation. He imagined the consequences. But beneath the fear was a strange peace, the same peace he had felt as a boy returning the wallet. Saturday morning, the office was quiet. Mr. Rahman was alone in his cabin, drinking chai. Asif knocked. Come in. Asif stood in the doorway. Sir, can I speak frankly? Mr. Rahman raised an eyebrow. Go on. Asif explained what he had seen, the payment, the delay, the whispers among staff. He spoke calmly, without anger. I don't want trouble. It doesn't feel right. People are counting on that money. Mr. Rahman stared at him for a long time. Then he sighed and rubbed his temples. I was going to pay next week, he said. But yes, the payment came early. I was holding it to cover a debt to the supplier. If I pay bonuses now, the supplier might stop delivery. The business could collapse. Asif nodded slowly. I understand. But the staff thinks you're lying. Mr. Rahman looked tired. I know. I should have explained. Pride, maybe. Fear. There was a silence. I'll pay half the bonus this month, Mr. Rahman said finally. The rest next. And I'll tell them myself. Thank you for coming to me, Asif. Most would have spread rumors or stayed quiet. Asif left the office feeling lighter than he had in days. Word spread quickly. The staff was surprised but relieved. No one knew Asif had spoken up. He never told them, but the air felt clearer. Weeks passed. The roof got fixed. Aisha got her books. Life returned to normal. But something had changed in Asif. He noticed the law more often now, in small things. When a colleague tried to take credit for his work, the inner voice said, speak up fairly, not angrily. When he was tempted to skip prayer because he was tired, it said, do it anyway. When a beggar asked for help and he wanted to walk past, it said, give what you can. He didn't always obey. No one does. But each time he broke it, the guilt came sharper, like a reminder that the law was still there, waiting. One evening, walking home, Asif thought about it all. Everyone quarrels, everyone makes excuses, everyone knows deep down what's fair and what's not. Even Mr. Rahman had felt it. That's why he listened. The law wasn't taught. It was inside, the same in Karachi as in London or New York or anywhere people live. And maybe, Asif thought, that's the clue to everything. If there's a law inside us that we didn't invent, pointing to right and wrong, then maybe there's a lawgiver behind it. Not just rules, but meaning. He smiled at the thought. It was too big to solve in one lifetime. But it was enough to keep walking forward, trying to listen to the quiet voice a little more each day.